Hello everyone, I am Julian Morris with the Channel 5 News. In the headlines, trade union leader Curtis Augustus refutes accusations by the head of the DAO that he is involved in poaching. 19 primary schools in the pilot phase of the Creole language program, and the Prime Minister scared accuses the opposition leader of divisive politics during independence. The details coming up.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts, with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Here are some tips to reduce mosquito presence in and around your home. Keep water storage containers properly covered. Remove containers that can collect water from your surroundings. Keep garbage bins tightly covered. Pick up your litter and remove all tires from your yard. Keep gutters free of leaves and twigs to prevent stagnant water. Prevent Zika, dengue, and chikungunya. Fight the bite. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
This message is supported by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
We begin the news with information from the community of Taru, where residents will be entering Phase 3 of the West Coast Solid Waste Management Project. We go to Andrea Louis for more.
The Solid Waste Management Project is spearheaded by the Dominica Consumer Protection Association. A compost drum will be distributed among Taru residents in an effort to help with community cleanliness and environmental friendliness.
Well, the purpose of the bin is we're into separating waste. So you have your food peelings and that extra waste or flower cuttings or grass or whatever you have and you don't know how to get rid of it. So it goes back to the landfill. We don't want that to happen. Phase 2 was, well actually, phase 2 was the separating bins. Phase 1 was education. Yes, so we're at Phase 3 and that's it.
The West Coast Solid Waste Management Project is being funded by the Global Environment Facility GEF Small Grants Program to the tune of approximately $130,000 EC dollars. The compost drum is expected to be introduced to the community of Taru next month.
We told them that we'd be coming to have a meeting with them to explain to them how they should go about using the bin, and they're very excited about it. They cannot wait. We hope that the end result will be backyard farming. So the compost they collect from the bins, they can use it in their backyard farms, and also those people with like their animal husbandry.
A prototype of the compost drum was on display during the NDFD's Creole in the Streets earlier this month. Andrea Louis, Channel 5 News.
Trade union leader Curtis Augustus has refuted claims by another union leader that he is guilty of poaching. Head of the Dominica Amalgamated Workers Union, Leah Shillingford, says her union has lost a number of members to the Waterfront and Allied Workers Union. Shillingford accuses the WOW, headed by Augustus, of recruiting ground handlers at Douglas Charles Airport. Augustus denies those claims.
Poaching is defined as positively recruiting the members of one union by the other so you could gain an advantage. The Waterfront and Allied Workers Union have never engaged in that sort of behavior. The workers of ground handlers, in fact, came to the union for representation. And at the time that they did, they spoke more so with Armour Thomas. So it must be noted that we did not actively recruit the members at ground handlers. They came to us for representation. At any case, our application form, that is the union, WOW, it has a provision where the worker seeking our representation is asked to indicate if they are members of any other union. And in the case of ground handlers, there was no such indication. In fact, all the 10 workers said no, they have no union representation.
Augusta says Mrs. Shillingford's claims are misleading and calculated to discredit WOW.
I challenge Ms. Shillingford because she indicated as though that ground handlers have been around for 40 years, the 40 years that she has been representing the company HHV Wechurch. So I'm saying it is dishonest to give that sort of information to the public of Dominica because ground handlers is not around for 40 years. And therefore she could not have, in fact, represented them for that 40 years. And we felt that that sort of information would give a wrong impression and would seek to sort of indicate that we were in fact poaching her membership. And as I indicated to you, it is not the habit of WOW to poach any other union's membership.
And motorists and pedestrians can now enjoy the full splendor of the Negmao Monument at night. Lighting has been added to the monument by Dominica's sole electricity company, Domlec. This project came about through the efforts of the Cultural Division to bring more awareness to culturally and historically rich sites in the city of Roseau. Here's the countdown to the lighting of the Negmao Monument.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Tuesday night's lighting of the Negmao Monument followed the Independence Panorama, which was held on the Roseau Bayfront. A number of steel band groups and solo panists displayed their talents in front of an appreciative audience. You are watching Channel 5 News. We'll have more after this.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
Les moun qui ni TB estene et ben tout se, moun qui en bonne santé oli ouin ka respire se vermine la. Moun qui pa ni bon tempérament, kon sa ki ni maladie HIV, alcool, ka fumé, ti mamay e grand moun bien sensible pour ces maladies ça là. Moun qui ka tousse ni pour prendre précaution les yo en parmi moun en place publique, couvert bouche ou le ka estene et tousse. Visitez docteur et ben place santé. Fini tout traitement yo ba ou sa joine guérison et puis maladie TB. En responsabilité ou aider du bout si men maladie TB et HIV, protéger corps et les autres.
Helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
19 primary schools around the country in the pilot phase of the Creole Language in Schools program. We go now to Andrea Louis for more.
The soft launching of this pilot began earlier this month, with a few schools in every education district being part of this program. The project, which falls under a wider OACS Home and Heritage project, is targeting 19 primary schools by introducing a Creole language-speaking curriculum to grade 3 pupils. The year-long curriculum was developed by Coordinator for Modern Languages, Charlene White-Christian, local CXC Registrar, Magali Celestin, and the Comité Poétique Creole, KEC.
And we chose the grade 3 level because we are also, if you recall, we have an early learners program where we have trained teachers in developing the skills in teaching of reading at the early grade. So this program runs from K to grade 3. The teachers have been trained, again, Miss Christian and Mrs. Celestine and other facilitators from the KEC, Committee Poétique Creole. They had a 3-day training with the teachers where they went over various aspects of teaching. The teachers were trained in, basically how to teach the Creole in the schools.
The Senior Education Officer with responsibility for curriculum says there has already been an overwhelming response from schools towards this pilot project.
We actually wanted to pilot with just 8 schools, and I spoke with Ms. Christian as to why we should go with 8 schools. But the overwhelming response forced us to go with 10 schools, and then more response, so we ended up with 19. And this pilot, we're going to try to run it for a year. Based on the results of the pilot, we're going to review the curriculum, make the necessary changes, and hopefully roll it out island-wide.
Ministry of Education officials are hopeful that this project will help get children more excited about the Creole language.
And Curtis Augustus is responding to statements by the leader of the Amalgamated Workers Union that he is opposed to the idea of a trade union congress. Leah Shillingford says Augustus is against unification of the unions in Dominica and prefers to work alone. She says she was of the impression that DAO, WAU and the PSU would have taken the lead on a trade union congress. Augustus says that's not the case.
And I have to state, besides the DPSU and ourselves, only the DTU and the DAO, and the NWU reacted to the draft constitution. Mr. Schlingford and the Amalgamated Workers Union was never present and never made any input in terms of the TUC in Dominica. I remember some time ago a trade union leader saying that there will never be a trade union congress in Dominica. And for one time I broke my silence and said that whereas that is the opinion of that particular union leader, I saw it differently, that I will see a trade union congress in Dominica. And I must say that recent developments give me the confidence that that in fact will be so.
Both the DAO and WAU operated for some time in the same building on Hillsborough Street. The DAO has since moved out as a result of these disagreements. Augustus has also issued a challenge to the leader of the DAO.
When it comes to the functioning of the trade unions in Dominica, there is a responsibility that is clearly earmarked or stated in the Trade Union Ordinance, which is 8903, that is Trade Union Ordinance. And more specifically, in relation to Section 12, subsection 2, it puts a responsibility on the leadership of the trade union to do certain things and to ensure that we comply with that. I am challenging Mrs. Shillingford and the Amalgamated Workers Union to tell the people of Dominica whether in fact she's in compliance with that. And if she doesn't know, she must go back and read the Trade Union Ordinance 8903, Section 12, subsection 2, and Section 13, so that she could tell the population of Dominica and also her membership whether in fact she's in compliance with this. Because the registrar could take certain actions if trade unions are not in compliance with the provisions of the Trade Union Act.
Augustus believes Mrs. Shillingford needs to do some introspection.
Unlike the DPSU, unlike the Dominica Association of Teachers, and unlike the Waterfront and Allied Workers Union, Mrs. Shillingford must tell the population of Dominica when last she had either an annual general meeting, a biannual general meeting, or triannual general meeting, so that she could put before her membership accounts, audited accounts, in terms of the functioning of the union, and to respond to any questions coming from her membership. The membership of the union should be asking that question of Ms. Shillingford in terms of trade union finances, in terms of trade union operations, and whether in fact she is doing what is required as provided for in the law. I do not normally respond to other trade union leaders when they make statements in the press. But I have to tell you, Morris, this one is different because this one seeks to tarnish the image of both the Waterfront and Allied Workers Union and Curtis Augustus, and I will not stand for that. I will clear my name at any time because I am ensuring that we do what is required under the law, unlike them that have never, in a very long time, brought anything before their membership to be ratified by their membership and to have elections of the executive on a regular basis. That is all I will say for now.
And a decision by the United Workers' Party to hold a political event in the city during one of the independence activities has been criticized by Prime Minister Skerrit. The leader of the opposition has defended his decision to hold an event in the city on Creole Day.
And a lot of people are asking questions about why Creole Day. Why not Creole Day? This is a day on the calendar of independence activities where we dress up in the garbs. And that's all we're going to do on Friday. We're going to dress up in the garb, the Creole garb. We're going to feel that Creole spirit and that Creole culture that we are blessed with. It has a lot to do with freedom of the spirit. And that's what we're going to celebrate, because at this point in time in our history, our independence is under attack. It's under attack by the very same individual that we want to resign, that we're demanding must resign from office.
Prime Minister Skerrit opposed the decision, as he made clear on Monday night.
I mean, let's face it, ladies and gentlemen. Let us have a sincere conversation. Let us have a sincere conversation. I mean, who would think of having a demonstration during Independence Time? I mean, it's Friday Creole Festival first night. The ladies do their little nails in their hair, their little weave to look nice and for the start. And then they could not get to the hairdresser on time. So I know many young ladies in Roseau who did not go, or Dominica who did not go to the Creole Festival because they couldn't go to the hairdresser to look nice. Bus drivers couldn't make $1 on Friday because the whole city was blocked. You know, you see, when you are a leader, you must have the ability to think strategically. You must be able to think, and you must be able to discern what is right from wrong. And if you are a leader and you cannot discern what is right from wrong, then how are you going to guide the nation which you're entrusted with?
The Prime Minister says Dominica is too small and vulnerable for what he describes as divisive politics.
Flow helps you stay connected to what matters. Simple plans and a better network mean that you can enjoy 7 days of unlimited social messaging, 3 gigabytes of reliable data to use as you like, 700 local anywhere calls and texts with the always-on prepaid plan, all for $29. Keep your number when you switch to Dominica's most reliable LTE network. Buy wherever you top up. Switch to Flow. It only gets better.
Here are some tips to reduce mosquito presence in and around your home. Keep water storage containers properly covered. Remove containers that can collect water from your surroundings. Keep garbage bins tightly covered. Pick up your litter and remove all tires from your yard. Keep gutters free of leaves and twigs to prevent stagnant water. Prevent Zika, dengue, and chikungunya. Fight the bite. This is a public service announcement from the Dominica Red Cross.
This message is supported by Flow.
A new in-home experience is here. All your services bundled into one simple plan. Faster, more reliable Wi-Fi so that you can binge, play, and stream uninterrupted. Unlimited Flow local landline minutes mean you can talk and talk and talk. Plus the best in TV entertainment with over 120 channels and 29 in HD. All for $160 a month with the new all-in bundle. With Flow, it only gets better.
To end the news, a look again at the headlines. Trade union leader Curtis Augustus refutes accusations by the head of DAO that he is involved in poaching. 19 primary schools in the pilot phase of the Creole language program. And Prime Minister Skerrit accuses the opposition leader of divisive politics during independence. Feel free to contact us at news@marpin2k4.com. You may access our past newscasts on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the production team, I am Julian Morris. Thank you for watching. Join us tomorrow.